Evening. So we're going to try something a little different this time. We are going, I'm going to be joining an all-Druid guild in a run tonight. It's going to be interesting. Well, I think the circumstance is just interesting all the way around. So this guild, I mean, I've even heard of them before, Cult of Elune. I had heard of them a while back, but you know, never really thought about anything around it. But lady starts posting on Facebook, you know, that they really could use some raiders. They haven't gotten their AOTC yet, and they really, you know, would like to get it before season wraps up. And I thought it was kind of charming because the, you know, the lady's just posting there with her real name, completely doxing herself in a kind of like, I'm just here to have a good time, you know, kind of way that, you know, is kind of innocent and adorable. But I don't know, I found it endearing. You know, I don't know what to expect, so we'll see what it's like. I did offer to run as cat. Testing, hello?
Hello.
Hey guys, quick question. I think recruited me from Facebook to come run some AOTC stuff. Am I in the right place?
Correct. Yes, you are.
Sweet.
We have a whopping 4 slots. Yeah, 4.
Hey, I was here before it was cool, still asking for an invite.
We'll get you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whisper Kimba. Oh, you're Palewind. There you are.
Look at all those orange names. Does this one require push to talk to?
Yeah.
Yes.
These are actually the only 2 channels that require it because it's channels we have the most amount of people in.
We have mouth breathers.
And chip eaters.
And Palewind, from what I can see, you guys have experience on this, yeah?
Yep.
I'm gonna have you 2 tank.
Good, then I don't have to look up a
two
cat.
new people tanking, but I'm judging that you have the experience for this.
Yep,
Gonna
you
be
bet.
Possibly.
Tonight is going to be very hard prog. Like, as most of you new people are from Facebook, we really have gotten into, like, Intermission 1 a few times with everybody alive, maybe once. So we really appreciate the help.
So right off the bat from the very first poll, I gotta tell you, I thought the experience was incredible. The raid leader was calm, patient, even-keeled, and obviously knowledgeable about the fight. That made it a really enjoyable experience, and there was a great balance of banter and silliness, but also keeping it professional that really made it a fun experience.
Whoa!
I definitely recorded a handful of those just so you'd be able to hear them, I think.
Getting ready for Sparks.
And then for some reason my export from Twitch to YouTube got messed up a little bit, so unfortunately I only caught a little bit of that, but you'll just have to take my word for it.
Lightning! Touch this altar with your power!
Power!
One of the first things I noticed was how incredibly easy it was to control the ads that spawn from the circles when all 30 members of the team have in-cap roar, and then most of them also have Typhoon as a backup. Throughout the whole night, this mechanic was completely a non-issue, and we were able to completely trivialize controlling those ads and despawning them with all the AoE stops that we had. Also, as you might imagine, running the big circles out, shifting out of snares for all 30 members, absolutely no problem.
Change form and Hollowness. Everyone else don't.
It's crazy the way he's able to just call very druid-specific things as a raid leader. It's cool. Just change form because everybody can do it. It's neat. It is crazy that everybody's just shifting out or in or both to get out with their circles. Aside from not having the full complement of group buffs, one of the first things I noticed on the early polls was that we struggled with some of the shields because everybody simply has the same cooldown using it all at the same time, right? So the cats have their incarn, the moonkin have their incarn, and they all more or less align the same way. So it took us a little while to work out how to stagger that so that we could get all of the shields in Phase 2. Another thing that both my co-tank and I discovered was that the tank swaps felt a little dicier. The scary thing there is that when what we've kind of established is since all the healing is HOTS and there's no like big booming paladin type fill heals, we taunt and it's just like you just go for a second. So we eventually got to a place where we would start sandbagging more rage than normal before a taunt and already have multiple Iron Furs rolling by the time we actually taunted. Now another thing you would think would actually be an advantage kind of turned out to be a double-edged sword, which is with all those innervates, almost 30 of them, if not 30 on the nose, you would think, oh, unlimited mana. But it seemed over time like the healers were always starving for mana, and I had a pretty good theory as to why. I'm guessing the healers are just blank, like they're running The only thing I think is that they're competing for the healing meters by just blanketing the raid in rejuves, which will you real fast if that's what you're doing. But by far and away, the biggest challenge that the raid had was controlling the second intermission adds. And I think it really kind of goes back to the problem we talked about cooldowns earlier, which is you got a zillion Ursol's Vortexes and a zillion Typhoons, right? But everybody was firing them at once, and then we said everybody tried to hold them. So for a couple of attempts, then no one was using them. So it took several attempts to kind of work out the kinks. And in the meantime, it made for some spectacular wipes. This is going to be a wipe because, oh jeez, why was one...
Yourself a repair bill.
Oh no, why was one so high?
Have the little dudes get there.
Bruh.
Oh, you had that weak aura Pharaoh. Yeah, Pharaoh. Fluid.
Bruh.
Oh, Pharaoh.
Even through some early bumps and bruises as a combination of guild members and pugs learned to work together, I was really impressed with the overall atmosphere of the raid. I think a fantastic testament to these folks and the whatchamacallit, and the community they've built is that there's only been one leaver. I think that means they've got a really solid crew in place, and they obviously have set good expectations. And after about an hour and a half or so, we were consistently getting to Phase 3. But our next challenge was making sure that everybody was alive and that healers were helping DPS during the burn right there at the end.
It hurt!
Now it's enraged.
Oh my god.
We had a couple of near misses, including one really heartbreaking pull where somebody ran out in front of the beam and found out how the tank mechanic worked.
What was that?
That was the tank mechanic. Do not stack on tanks.
But eventually we figured it out.
Good job, guys.
Stay focused.
Keep it going, keep it going, stay
You got it.
focused.
You got it. Good job.
Hey, there we are.
Hooray! Of course, Cult of Elune observes the time-honored tradition of the screenshot over the boss kill, and it was kind of adorable watching them try to line up the bears, the cats, the chickens, and the trees, all in their very specific spots.
Where do you want the boomies? I'm sorry, because...
The back line. If the cats are in the front, the chickens are in the back. Hell yeah.
There are people cheating that are bears that are not bears. I'm just kidding. Everybody has to be their own species. That's cool, and they have little giveaways too. This guy rolling 1,000.
Let me guess, Fluid, you rolled a 67.
No.
As it obviously goes to already be said, etc. Thank you so much for everyone who came to help out. I really did not think that we would prog all of this in a night. I expected multiple weeks still.
Incredible. Thanks so much for the help, guys.
So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and the folks over at Cult of Elune were very gracious raid hosts. I really enjoyed myself. So actually guys, there's going to be a part 2 to this video where we're going to sit down and have a nice little discussion with the leadership of Cult of Elune, WoW's infamous all-Druid raiding guild, for an extended interview. And when I post that, I will add a link to that video here in the description of this content. But with their blessing, I've gone ahead and gathered some of their information, and I've also put that in the description here. So the website is cultofalune.com. They have a schedule and a community calendar up there. You can check them out. They also have a thriving in-game cross-faction community that you can check out, and a Discord server. Those links again are in the video description. So guys, if you like this video, please drop me a like and a subscribe. It helps out a lot. Also, feel free to check me out on Twitch, where I'm streaming most weeknights doing dungeons, and on Wednesday nights, we do 1 night a week mythic raiding for busy professionals. It's a ton of fun. You should join us then. Till then, peace.